Hey there, money movers. Imagine this. You're in your late 20s, you've got $10,000 saved up for retirement, and you're wondering, what can this little nest egg actually do for me? Can it help pay the bills, fund an epic vacation, or maybe just cover your coffee addiction for the next decade? Spoiler, if you're a coffee snob, probably not. But hey, we can dream. Well, today we're going to explore exactly how much dividend income you can expect from that 10 grand and dive into the best ways to make your money work for you. And hey, stick around because I'll also reveal one major mistake you need to avoid to grow your portfolio like a pro. Let's get into it. So what can 10K really do? All right, let's get real. 10,000 isn't exactly enough to sail off into the sunset of retirement, unless you're planning to retire to a tiny house in the woods with no Wi-Fi. In which case, more power to you. But here's the thing, it's a fantastic starting point. Even better, it can begin generating passive income through dividends. Dividends are like your money's way of saying, hey, thanks for trusting me. Here's a little something for your patience. So, let's explore some scenarios to see just how much this investment can pay you back. Spoiler alert, it's more than you'd think. Let's break it down. S&P 500 dividends, the steady eddy of investing. First up, we've got the S&P 500 index. This is like the superstar of the investing world, giving you a slice of 500 of the biggest and most stable companies in the US. Think Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. It's balanced, it's proven, and hey, even Warren Buffett loves it. And if it's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for us, right? But here's the thing, the S&P 500 isn't exactly known for its juicy dividends. Right now, the yield is around 1.5%. So if you put your $10,000 into an S&P 500 ETF, you'd get about $150 a year in dividends. That's $12.50 a month. Enough for one fancy latte. Okay, maybe two if you skip the oat milk upgrade. But seriously, the S&P 500 is more about long-term growth than cash flow. Over time, your $10,000 could grow significantly, especially if you reinvest those dividends. So while it might not make you rich overnight, it's a solid foundation for your portfolio. The Dow Jones and higher dividend funds, stepping up the game. Next up, let's talk about the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or just the Dow. It's another big player, tracking 30 of the largest U.S. companies. The Dow's dividend yield is slightly higher than the S&P's, sitting just over 1.5%. With your 10K, that's about $150 a year in dividends again. Not life-changing, but hey, it's something. But if you're hunting for higher yields, you've got options. Consider high-dividend funds, like the Invesco S&P 500 High-Dividend ETF. These funds focus on companies with a track record of paying hefty dividends. With a yield of around 4%, your $10,000 could generate $400 annually, or about $33 a month. Now that's more like it. That's enough to cover your Netflix, Spotify, and your gym membership, assuming you actually use it. No judgment here. And the best part? High-dividend funds tend to be more stable, which makes them perfect for older investors or anyone who's a little risk-averse. You're not going to double your money overnight, but you'll sleep better knowing you've got steady income coming in. Sector-specific funds. Spice up your portfolio. Now let's spice things up with sector-specific funds. These focus on a single industry, like energy, real estate, or healthcare. Why? Because some sectors just naturally pay higher dividends. For example, energy companies often have high yields because their stocks are more volatile. Take the Vanguard Energy ETF with a yield of over 3%. That's $300 per year on your 10K investment. Not bad, right? Real estate is another winner. Ever heard of REITs or real estate investment trusts? They're legally required to pay out most of their profits as dividends. The Vanguard Real Estate ETF has a yield above 3% too. So whether you're into oil rigs or office buildings, these funds can pump up your passive income. Pro tip: If you're willing to do some homework, you can snag great deals in sectors that are temporarily out of favor. Buy low, hold on, and watch your dividends roll in as the market shifts. It's like finding a designer jacket at a thrift store. Score! Individual stocks, Dividend Aristocrats, the big league. All right, let's take it up a notch. Individual stocks. If you're ready to put in the research, this is where the big opportunities lie. One great starting point is the Dividend Aristocrat. These are companies that have been growing their dividends for at least 25 years straight. Take AbbVie, for example, with a 4.5% yield. A 10K investment would earn you $450 annually, or $37.50 per month. And that's just the dividend. You'll also get any gains as the stock price grows. Of course, individual stocks come with risks, so it's smart to screen for companies with solid fundamentals. Look for payout ratios under 60%, steady earnings, and a strong history of growth. And remember, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify, diversify, diversify. Growth versus dividends, the ultimate showdown. Now, here's a hot take. If you're young and have decades before retirement, you might want to skip dividends entirely for now. Instead, focus on growth stock. These companies reinvest their profits to grow rapidly, which can lead to massive long-term gains. For example, a 2% difference in annual returns can double your money over time. Imagine turning $10,000 into over $450,000 by the time you retire. That's the power of growth. Growth ETFs like Vanguard's VOOG are a great option here. They hold big names like Apple, Amazon, and Home Depot. Low dividends, sure, but the potential for appreciation? Huge. The big takeaway: your money, your rules. So what's the takeaway here? Whether you're building your portfolio with dividend funds or growth stocks, the key is to align your investments with your goals and timeline. Dividends are great for steady income, but growth stocks can skyrocket your wealth over time. And remember, investing is a journey. Stay patient, keep learning, and don't let short-term market swings shake your confidence. Got questions or tips of your own? Share them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more money-moving tips. Until next time, keep stacking those dollars.